Okay, merry meet everyone. This video is going to show you how to make your own respiratory slash relaxing tea. So you're going to obviously need a teapot and a tea filter. I think that's what it's called. I have my water on the stove now to boil, so you're going to need a spoon of some sort to measure your herbs that you're using. I'm going to put this up over here. So first you're going to need spearmint. And we're going to use, I think this is actually a teaspoon, so you're going to want about 1 teaspoon of that. So I'm adding that to my pot. I don't know if you can see that. Put the pot closer so you can see when I add my herbs. Then you're going to want a bit of lemon balm. I don't know if you can see that. And we're adding this to the filter, not to the teapot itself. So I'm going to have about half a teaspoon of that. Next you're going to want marshmallow root. You're going to want 2 tablespoons of that, or 2 teaspoons of that rather, sorry. I only have a teaspoon, so I'm getting the ideas, the measurements mixed up. And next, you're going to, and last, you're going to want calendula. You only really need about a half of one, but I'm going to add a little bit more. So I'm just going to add 1 whole teaspoon to my pot. And before you actually use this as a tea or an infusion or whatever it is you're using it for, you do want to mix the herbs together so you're getting all the herbal goodness. And some of these herbs do leak through the filter somewhat, so the pot I'm using is a bit dusty, so I gotta rinse it off. And we're back, and I'm just now getting my kettle or pot or whatever you want to call it. We're just going to pour this right on top of the herbs. Like that. And put this down somewhere for a second, and then you're going to set that on top. Now I gotta put my pot back on the stove here. Oh, while I'm over here, I'm gonna grab my honey and a spoon. Both of these are over here. I have my little sonic screwdriver pen because I'm a bit of a Doctor Who fan. So I use this actually to add to my Books of Shadows. There's a big box here because we just got a pig back from the butcher shop. But you want to leave this, if you're using it as an infusion, you want to leave it for about 15 minutes. If you're going to use it as a tea, I recommend about the same amount of time, at least 12 minutes if you're using it as a tea. So if it's for respiratory, it'll still get some of the natural oils of the herbs. And I'll be right back when the tea is finished. We're back. I've let it set for about 10 minutes. Now, if you want, you can take the herbs out, or you can leave them in to soak in the remaining water that's still going to be there. You're going to pour the tea or whatever, or the infusion or whatever you want to call it into your mug or cup. I'm using a mug. I am only filling it halfway for now, but it smells really lovely. And I will leave the recipe in the description box below. But I am going to see if this needs any honey, and I'll tell you guys in a second. I will see if it needs honey. It's hot. I'm not burning myself. I do not know how to spell calendula, so bear with the recipe that I'm about to show you in my book. And you can pause this just to figure out the recipe and write it down. But I do not know how to spell calendula, so if you do, you can write it however you want. But it is a respiratory tea and a relaxing tea, so it'll calm you down